Valera, is everything prepared?
As you requested, our little prize has been tucked away safely. The food has been prepared, bottles have been brought from the cellar, and the guests should be arriving any minute. That is, if they can make it through this storm.
They will. They can't afford not to. And I expect your discretion towards our guests will be honored.
As you wish, Lady... Oh... As you wish, Miss Summer.
We'll consider that the only slip-up you're allowed this evening. Here we go.
God, it's like cats and dogs out there.
Good evening, Dr. Violet. So glad you could join us this evening. May I take your coat?
Actually, my name is
Dr. Violet, as I said. We must heed the arrangement as stated in your invitation, or did you forget to read that part?
Oh, I did, but...
Then you'd understand that aliases must be used tonight. We wouldn't want any of your secrets to be linked back to your real name, now would we?
About that, I...
Hold that thought. I have a feeling this conversation can't continue for plot convenience.
Okay, yeah.
Go on, shoo.
This way, got it.
Oh, for the love of God, move! I'm trying, but someone can't seem to get the hint, and let me...
I was here first!
Captain Canary, Miss Cerulean, I didn't know you knew each other.
We don't.
Would you please push over? You're getting me all wet.
Oh, grow up. You can survive a few drops of water. Or would you rather I just left you on the side of the road? I'd be happy to drop you back off at that death trap you call a car.
Oh, that is a shame. I'll have a mechanic called for you in the morning.
Hey, thanks. Wait a minute, are you the person behind these letters? Because listen here, lady,
All questions shall be answered in due time. However, we do have other guests arriving. Please make your way to the study. Valera shall lead you. Valera!
Right this way, madame.
Jesus!
God, how is she so quiet in heels?
Please, follow me.
That's right. Off you go.
Fine, but I still have questions.
As if you can actually comprehend the answer.
Yeah, real clever. Come on, please don't be broken. Come on, just go back.
Oh, hi. I didn't know there would be other people coming here. Hi there. Did you
get the ominous letter that told us our secrets would be revealed publicly if we didn't attend this tacky soiree? Yes, we did. Right. Secrets. But just our own secrets, right? Like we don't know each other's Oh, you look like you're gonna faint. Let me guess. Was your secret whistle blowing?
No.
I knew it. Poor thing. Scared you're gonna get what snitches deserve?
Leave her alone.
Why should I? We've all done something. Forgive a girl for being curious.
Curiosity is one thing, being a bitch is another.
Excuse me, who are you?
Someone who got the same letter as you. All this time being blackmailed has finally come to a head. How long have they been blackmailing you? A year. You?
Yeah, just about.
I thank you all for waiting patiently. Our last two guests shall be arriving soon. No doubt this weather is holding them up. Though I must admit the rain has hardly put a damper on your appearances. Cerulean, you look absolutely stunning. Is that designer?
Oh, thank you. I designed it myself, a tailor original. I guess I can just call this a quality test for the fabric with all the rain. I would have been happy to offer up my business card, but present company has been
less than agreeable.
Feelings are mutual.
Yeah, hopefully the next guest to walk in won't be such a bitch. Why, there's one of them now. Valera, if you please.
Oui, Miss Sommer.
I promise once all of us are here, your questions shall be answered. That being said, I trust you to follow those directions on your invitations to the letter. No pun intended. After all, what's the fun of spilling the secrets if there isn't at least a bit of tension?
Right this way, President Greene.
Thank you, Miss, She is of no importance unless you need your drink refilled or a cigarette lit. President Greene, won't you please join us? As if I have a choice. We all have choices. Coming here was the smart one. Well, I guess we can begin with a tour of the house, if you'll all please...
Before you said we were waiting on 2 people. We still need one more.
How considerate. But our final guest has no need for a tour. This is her house, after all. She's the one who's been blackmailing us. No, she has received a letter just like all of you. However, her letter insisted that her house, albeit her summer house, has to be the meeting place of this particular intervention.
This is a summer house?
I could fit my entire apartment in the foyer.
If you think this is impressive, you should see the winter one.
Wow, quiet.
Viscountess Vermilion, so wonderful of you to arrive. Oh, so you're leading this thing? You know, blackmailing me is one thing. Commandeering my summer home for your sick games is another. Where do you get off? Oh, I would be more than happy to tell you after drinks. Oh, and with perfect timing. Our dutiful maid is back with the brandy. I'm sure you don't mind us using the bottle from your personal collection. You did leave the key laying out in that locked cabinet. Valera, please get to pouring.
Oui, Miss Sommer.
No, thank you. Okay. I guess that's fine. I can just hold it.
Thank you, Miss Ancienne. Double for me.
Oh, that nervous?
Hardly. I'll need a double too after you're driving.
Before you all get too acquainted and the crystal glasses turn into projectiles, I believe I'd like to take roll, if you wouldn't mind.
Wait, with our real names or the fake ones we got?
Well, I'll let you ponder that on your own, Dr. Violet.
I guess that answers my question. In that case, here.
Miss Cerulean.
Here.
Captain Canary.
Haven't walked out yet.
Admiral Crema. I swear to God, I will slow roast whoever thought that name was funny. President Greene.
Here.
And lastly, Viscountess Vermilion.
Present and eagerly waiting for
my introduction, of course. My name is Mrs. Soma, and for all intents and purposes, I will be your host for this evening. As you have already seen, we will exclusively be going by aliases, a precaution taken by our host to ensure all participating parties' safety.
Didn't you just say that you were...
So are we just supposed to believe it's that easy? We're all being blackmailed by the same person, but there's conveniently no connection between any of us?
She didn't say that. She just said we couldn't share names. Doesn't matter. I already know who you are.
How could you possibly...
The Caladan, 6 months ago. You were the sole survivor. I remember seeing your face all over the news. My condolences to the rest of your crew.
Oh. Yes. Thank you.
While some of y'all might be fine standing around, I've got places to be, so is this so-called host gonna show up or not?
Hey, easy. The storm is a nightmare. They'll show up eventually. Need a cigarette to pass the time?
I don't smoke.
Jesus, seriously?
What's that supposed to mean?
Wait a minute, we've all been paying, right?
Like clockwork.
Every last time.
Never missed a payment. I had to take out a loan just to cover it every month.
Oh, I know how you feel.
I've had to sell 3 of my best yachts just to afford the monthly payments.
Okay, so we've all... hang on, 3?
Okay, I don't feel as bad for you, but if we've all been paying, then what's the reason for having us all here? I mean, we wouldn't bother with the fake names if there was an intention of letting us all leave, which means that this...
Oh, good. I was afraid I
Oh,
was interrupting
yeah.
something important.
I guess.
Miss Summers, this is for you.
Ah, thank you very much, Valera. Soma, open after drinks. Oh, fine then. Seems we are right on schedule. Well, what does the letter say? Well, it says that your gifts have arrived. Valera, fetch the packages from the smoking room.
Gifts? Oh, now what the hell is that supposed to mean? Can someone give a straight answer here for once?
Oh, I certainly can.
Then please, for the love of God.
Well, the instructions have been made incredibly clear if you're listening.
Yeah, as clear as your accent.
I'm here to expose you all.
Excuse me? But all that bullshit about safety.
What are you playing Don't go looking so cross at me. I am merely reading the letter.
That's it. I'm leaving.
I'm afraid you can't do that, Canary. Your wings have been well and truly clipped. And by that I mean the door has been deadlocked on a timer and every window in this mansion are made of nearly unbreakable bulletproof glass.
Just a summer house, huh?
A person needs protection in this kind of business. If I may continue reading. Forgive me for not actually being there for this fine collection of my favorite revenue streams, but I do hope you'll forgive my absence for the sake of entertainment. Though I may not be there in person now, make no mistake that I am still looming over all of you, especially... Oh my.
What? What are they saying?
Well, it says right here that you are in quite a bit of trouble, Greene. You and all the blood you've been enhancing and selling on the black market.
I don't know what you're...
Oh, and Crema embezzling hundreds of thousands of dollars, Canary, fraud, vermilion, bribery, cerulean, espionage, and Violet. Oh, Violet.
What? What did I do? I didn't do...
Stealing grant money? You have a doctorate. You couldn't think of anything better?
Hey, stealing is a perfectly respectable crime.
So you admit you did it?
Oh, shit.
Before we go into a tirade of accusations and flimsy alibis, there is one last piece to the letter, if I may.
Please go on.
This has all been fun, but I've decided to tie up loose ends. You've all been made culpable in each other's crimes, so now either none or all of you go down together. Including you, Soma. It's about time you joined the games yourself. Ha ha. Ha. P.S. Don't bother with flinging any magic about. This entire estate has been blanketed with the strongest wards magic can make. Your powers are all null and void until sunrise. Good luck. Well, now that doesn't sound very fair.
Oh, you cannot be
kidding.
serious.
What?
In God's name.
P.P.S. The Bureau has been notified and they are all on their way as you speak.
I beg your fucking pardon. That sick son of a...
But we've been
this
paying.
is ridiculous.
I am back and I have the packages here, Miss Summer. Oh, is this a bad time?
Not at all. This is actually perfect timing. It says so in the letter. Please begin passing them out. You may all open them as soon as you receive them. Soma, what is all of this? As I said, gifts.
A candlestick?
A lead pipe.
A wrench?
A dagger.
A rope?
And a revolver.
What? It's not even fully loaded. Only 3 bullets.
This is insane. This is insane.
You know, I agree. I get thrown into all this mess and I don't even get a gift myself.
Soma, what did the host mean about a ward?
You know, a ward. They've laid dozens of the most powerful dampening spells over the estate and tied them all together in a little token hidden somewhere inside. Looks like a little shell pendant. Quite tacky, but it blends in quite well here.
Excuse you? Where is the pendant?
But that's not part of the game.
You mean the game you have been thrown headfirst into without a weapon?
You...
Yeah.
You make a very good point. I tossed it. Oh my goodness!
Hold on! What's going on?
Oh, hey! Oh! Oh my God! Oh dear God! Soma, come on, get up!
Oh my God!
Oh,
is she
fuck.
dead? Is she actually dead? Someone check.
Who did that? Miss Greene had the gun. I had to go off. What? Someone grabbed me. I panicked and tried to aim up. I didn't shoot her.
That is what someone who shot her would say.
Very suspicious.
Oh my God! Look at her. There's no blood. I couldn't have shot her. Someone, please check. Violet, you're a doctor.
Yes.
Not that kind.
Then do your job.
Violet, you gotta do it. Just check.
Oh, all right. All right. Oh, God.
Please don't move. Please don't move. Please don't. I don't even want to be here.
Gross.
Yep. Feels dead to me.
How did this even happen?
The police are on their way, and we have a dead body.
Screw the body. Someone killed her, and they're still here with us.
Well, I didn't do it. Neither did I.
Look, I just showed you I didn't kill her. Well, somebody did, and unless we want to sit on our thumbs and wait around for the police to nab all of us, we better find wherever this pendant ward thing is, break it, and get the hell out of here to never speak of this again.
You know, you sound pretty unfazed by all of this.
What, you want to sit down and have a chat about it, Miss Fraud?
Fine.
Either none of us go down or we all do, remember?
I'm happy to vote for none. Please.
Yeah, I'm with you.
But where is the ward pendant? She dropped dead before she could even say.
Soma said she tucked it somewhere, so maybe a cabinet, the kitchens?
No, more like a drawer. It might be in the library.
It's a super-powered magical artifact. It wouldn't be left in a drawer. We need to look for a safe. We only have enough time to get through one campy mystery special before the Bureau gets here. We can't waste it checking every room one by one.
So let's split up.
Are you out of your mind? The killer could be anyone. We all need to just stay together.
Please, we were all together, and Soma still got murdered right in front of us.
Oh, yeah. You're right. I say we split up in pairs. The killer can't get anyone else with a partner around, and if the partner dies, then the killer will obviously reveal themselves.
Yeah,
We'll all look for the token, then go our separate ways. Agreed?
I am not going anywhere with Miss Trigger Happy over there. I'm still not convinced you didn't shoot her.
The bullet is right there. You can see it stuck in the windowsill.
We can draw straws.
Oh, Valera! Keeps doing that. I forgot you were here. Do you know where the ward token thingy is?
Ugh, not at all. Miss Summer refused to tell me, and I was too busy getting the drinks prepared. But if we could all please leave the study and move out into the hall, it is quite rude to stand over the dead like this. Not to mention, the longer you stay near this body, the longer you have to leave incriminating evidence against yourself.
Oh, yeah, sorry. Oh, I didn't even think about that. Yeah, let's do that. Yeah, the hallway is lovely. We should go. Disgusting. You seem oddly calm. I expected you to freak out a little bit more.
Oh, what? Because the French are all melodramatic, huh? Because we have a sensitive constitution? I hope you feel ashamed.
Okay.
Here, there are 6 coffee stirrers, 2 of each length. Go on, pick one. I love you.
Okay, all right. Well, looks like Greene and I are together.
And I'll be searching with Crema.
Oh, I really hate that name. Do we really need to keep the covers now that Soma's gone?
Best to keep things as they are until this is all over. So I guess that leaves you and me.
Joy. Still, better than Sharpshooter over there.
Listen, you vapid little... Let's get to searching. No time like the present and all that. Wait, Valero, what about you?
What? Search for the bunch of potential murderers? I think not. No. You are going to lock me inside of the library where I can have my respectable panic attack in peace.
We can't just leave you alone. Plus, what if you're the murderer?
Then I'll be locked in a room where I can't murder anyone?
Okay, yeah, that tracks.
Oh, now go on, shoo. Violet, please take this key and lock it good and tight now, huh?
All right, we're actually going along with this. Fabulous. Love locking strange French women in a murderous hell mansion. Great, that's fine. Okay. Locked.
Good luck.
Oh, Christ. Oh. I'm sure she's fine. Hell, if we don't break the ward in time, we'll get a few extra seconds to run while the cops check out all the yelling.
Then let's not waste any more time. Crema and I will search upstairs while the four of you search the main floor. Stay vigilant. The ward could be tied to anything.
Yeah, and let's not forget that any one of us could be a murder-happy psycho.
Well, they can't do anything if they don't want to be caught. All right, we'll take the kitchens, then we'll go, in the other rooms.
So eloquent. Anybody want to trade straws? Come on.
It's not here.
Nor in here. It's the last place I can think of in this room.
Can't you use your magic to sense where it is? Isn't that a thing y'all are able to do?
With other magic users, yes, but I can't use my magic like a radar machine, especially not if the ward is limiting my abilities regardless.
Oh, must be hard being just like the rest of us.
Oh, please, even with no magic, I could buy, renovate, and sell half this county 6 times over.
And yet you've been blackmailed despite your fabulous wealth. Stuck in here like you're no better. Now, are we going to continue arguing, or would you like to look in the next room already?
In quite the hurry, aren't you?
There's a dead woman downstairs, and my entire career, not to mention my reputation, tossed to the wind. So yeah, you could say I'm anxious to leave, Miss Viscountess.
Well, I can't imagine why you're so worried, Crema. You seem to be in a better position than most of us. If you truly thought about it, I'm paying for both our little secrets.
Is that supposed to be a threat?
No, merely sharing a perspective.
Oh, how kind of you to share when I didn't ask.
Well then, perhaps that's why you're in this mess with the rest of us. You never asked enough questions.
Oh, now listen here, you pompous...
Wait.
No, you wait.
No, I believe I know where the pendant is. Follow me.
Ain't got another choice, do I?
It should be around here somewhere. Could be...
What exactly are we looking for? Because where I'm standing, it just looks like you're staring up into space.
There should be a small compartment near the ceiling here. A place to store a lockbox or
a ward-keeping pendant.
Precisely. Oh, there. Right above the door. Here, give me a leg up.
All right.
And
I got you. Just
steady.
God, you're heavy.
Come on. There it is. I got it.
Oh, thank God. Grab it and let's just smash it. Oh, shit, not again. God damn it. Can't see a damn thing. Shit. Ow.
Those blackouts are starting to get awfully inconvenient. Just keep talking so neither of us end up like Soma.
Wow, worried you might be a repeat? You two seem similar enough.
Oh, excuse you. I have nothing to do with that woman.
Really? She's taken over your mansion and you don't know her.
Never seen her before a day in my life. And I can promise if she had crossed me before, she would never have dared setting all this up.
Oh, God. Well, that feels very reassuring. Well, at least you got the damn thing and we can end this once the lights come back on.
Yes, I dropped the pendant.
You what?
Oh, it has to be in the compartment still. You know, I would have had it in my hand, but someone dropped me.
You know, I can't see your face, but quit looking at me with that face. Oh, thank God. and let there be light. All right, now, quick. Get back up there and grab it. All right. Yes, I'm going again, just like before. Up you go.
Ooh, and... What? No, but it was right. Oh, that sneaky little... what the... Oh, was that Violet? Oh, we should go check. Let me down. Oh. I had a feeling she'd be the first to go. Don't you start. Come on. Oh, God. Oh, dear God, is that...
Canary, her head's been bashed in.
What happened?
I just said, it's Canary.
We know, but how? Violet, you were with her, weren't you?
Yes, but we got separated. I didn't see anything.
Awfully convenient.
I have rope. Look at her. You think I could do that with a bunch of twisted string?
Well, someone killed her. I was with Greene the whole time. We found this passage that was in the library. There's like a whole maze between the walls of this place. Lounge. Hardly a maze. The passage only connects a handful of rooms to help the staff get from place to place inconspicuously.
You didn't think to mention that before we all went searching?
Yeah, what the hell? Well, truthfully, I didn't think any of you were clever enough to find them. Regardless, where was everyone when the lights went out? We were both in the passage. Celine was 3 steps behind me the whole time. My gun's completely clean, and look, 2 bullets. I dropped my pipe when the lights went out, but I was talking to Greene the whole time while I tried looking for it. But I couldn't have done it. Look at her, I'd be covered in blood, and, clearly not. Vermilion and I were doing the same, kept talking until the lights came back on. Not to mention, we were upstairs.
And I, as I said, just have rope. Rope ain't doing that shit.
We get it. Did anyone find the pendant, at least? What? Oh, come on, like any of us are actually grieving. We found the pendant.
That's fantastic.
But then the lights went out and the pendant disappeared.
Oh, I take my fantastic back.
We'll get it back, but for now we should bring her to the study, lay her with Soma. Or we could just leave her and have her staining my Parisian carpets. Absolutely not. There's been enough damage done already. Oh, the carpet. How could I be so silly? Fine then, everyone help lift. Violet, you get the head.
What? Why me?
Because you were her searching buddy, and now she's dead.
But I...
Just lift.
God. Okay.
Oh, man. Here we go. All right, and... I'm just not gonna look down.
Oh my God, she's dripping. She's dripping on me.
Blood washes out.
No, it doesn't.
But then just buy a new shirt. You stole enough money for it.
Hey,
guys.
I'll have you know that I spent...
Guys.
Just use baking soda. It ain't that hard.
Depending on the fabric. I mean, what is that? Cotton? Nylon?
Guys!
What?
She's gone.
Who?
Soma.
What?
Her body's gone.
Huh?
Oh.
Where did she go? We left her right there.
So what? A dead woman just stood up and walked away.
Guys, the body.
Well.
She's fine. She's dead.
So she won't notice.
Oh my God, we are so gonna get arrested for disturbing a corpse. We should have just left her there where she was.
What about Soma? Her body's gone.
God damn it. We need to find it.
Or what?
Get caught by the Bureau moving a body throughout the mansion? We already have 2 somewhere. Not to mention, we all have weapons.
The weapons. We gotta get rid of them.
Our fingerprints are all over them. Yeah, but if we keep them all locked away somewhere, that's plausible deniability. We can't use them if we can't get to them. That's a good idea. We need to lock them all with Valera, keep all of it in the same place. Violet, do you still have the key?
Yeah.
Here. Excellent. Now, everyone, let's go. Oh, fingers crossed. Please be alive. Please be alive. Please be alive. Valera? Please. Valera, we're coming in.
I heard screaming. Is the bureau here already? That was faster than expected.
Not yet.
but we can't keep waving around all these weapons, so you need to take them.
What?
Well, it's too risky to keep them on our person, not with everything thrown into the wind, thanks to Soma.
Oui, she is quite complicated, no?
Is?
She was complicated. So sad that she has passed.
Uh-huh.
Anyway, you should all go back out and lock me in here again. So go, you can all leave. Au revoir.
Were you always wearing a necklace?
What?
There's a chain around your neck. You weren't wearing that before. Did you get dolled up while you were locked in here?
Vermilion, what are you suggesting?
I had the chain attached to the ward pendant in my hand just as the power went out. When it came back, the pendant was gone, and suddenly Valera has a new necklace that looks suspiciously like the one attached to the pendant.
No.
What, you little... Oh!
You'll never take me alive!
Grab her!
Got it!
I got it! Okay, no, I
Get
don't.
the pendant! No, go! Where did she go?
Okay, better question. How do we keep running out of rooms we didn't run into?
I don't know, just keep running.
Okay.
Oh, hello? Is that you? I hid the pendant somewhere safe. They'll never find it now. Wait, you're not. No, please. Ah!
Did anyone hear that?
I don't care. Just enough with the doors.
Please.
My lungs are burning. Yeah, and I could have sworn I saw a group of, groovy teenagers and a dog run through here. Does anybody know what a jinkies is?
That sounded like a gunshot.
But none of us have the gun. Unless...
Oh, shit. Valera, it sounds like it came from the library. That's where we left all the weapons.
Then we should check that first.
Oh!
Oh, Vermilion. Jesus, where the hell did you come from? One of you slammed the door behind you, and I got stuck in the pantry. I'll be lucky to walk out of here without an egg-sized welt on my forehead. Now can we please find that maid and get the ward removed?
Yeah, sounds good. Let's go.
Valera, we're coming in. Okay, let's go. Valera. Oh. She's dead, isn't she?
Yep.
Pendant's gone.
Yep.
So now we have 3 bodies and still no clue who the killer is or who the mysterious host who blackmailed and trapped us here is?
Yep. Great.
Fantastic. This is getting ridiculous. Who even... Oh, shit. What? The gun's gone.
What?
The gun. I can't find it anywhere. Oh, that's ridiculous. It was right there. Well, it ain't anymore. Oh, shit. Oh, my God. Calm down. We're going to be fine. We just need to stick together. Yeah, because that worked out so well the last time. Just shut up and let me think. Don't think too hard, or else you might hurt yourself. Oh, piss off, Soma. Soma? Yes?
Ah!
Oh.
Zombie!
What in the goddamn... What the fuck? Excuse you, I spent too much time and money on my skin to be compared to the undead. Current state notwithstanding. Wait, but this doesn't make any sense. You were dead. We all saw you. Violet checked your pulse and everything. She tapped my jaw for half a second and you all just took her word.
How could you not tell?
I told you I wasn't that kind of doctor. I never heard you say that.
Oh my God.
Regardless, how the hell are you even here? Simple. I never left. Just had to lie still on the floor for a few minutes and listen to the lot of you scuttle off in a panic.
Oh, you crazy bitch. What the hell?
Oh, don't get so upset with me. This is all just a bit of fun. Fun? People are dead. 2 people. Yes, that is a bit of a downer. I really didn't expect you all to resort to killing each other so quickly. It took an embarrassingly small amount of pressure. Wait, What? It wasn't you?
Me? Get my own hands dirty? Please, I'm diabolical, but I'm not that tacky. No, it was all you. Well, two of you, at least.
What?
What?
Hell's that supposed to mean?
Two of us?
Of all the maniacal, harebrained, batshit lunatics I've ever had the misfortune of engaging with, you are by far the most severe. You have no right interfering with our business like this.
And, oh, what business it is.
Shall we discuss it, Vermilion?
And before I hear any more protests, I believe you left this behind.
Oh, I see, so she took the gun.
God damn it.
Who thought it would be a good idea to leave the gun out in the open? I can understand the rope or the candlestick, but the gun? It sounded like a good idea at the time. Oh yes, you've all had quite the pile of good ideas tonight. Like you, Vermilion. You've made quite a fortune in your lifetime thanks to all those amazing investments. Always being in just the right place at the right time. All those golden opportunities presented themselves to you on a plate, and now... well, you're able to afford these lavish homes, host endless galas with all those finances. Well, it's so easy to pay the world to turn a blind eye to your personal endeavours.
I have no idea what you're implying.
Not an implication when you have years' worth of riches funneling out to cover it up. You always knew just the right price to make any problem go away. I suppose I should have guessed that wouldn't be any different tonight.
What's that supposed to mean?
You know, I'll bet this whole mansion that it's not just mine and Greene's fingerprints on this. Got anything to say to that?
Nothing that could be held against me in court.
Vermilion, did you?
Fine. Valera used to work for me when I was still operating out of Europe. She disappeared once we came to the States, and I wasn't about to let her walk away again. Not with all the secrets she was privy to. It's just good business.
Oh, that's how you knew her last name.
I can't believe you actually caught that.
Yeah, neither can I, but how?
Well, you were all running yourselves ragged chasing her. She hid back in the library where Vermilion was waiting with Greene's revolver. None of you noticed she was gone until it was too late. I'm quite curious, how does it feel to have blood on your hands directly?
Like you said, I can pay to make any problem go away, bloody hands or not. I'm hardly the only one guilty of such crimes.
Oh, I would have to agree with you there. You're hardly alone in the monetary exploits. Admiral Crema's been taking bribes and embezzling funds from her non-wielder academy, haven't you?
I beg your pardon?
Beg someone else. You've been accepting hundreds of thousands of dollars every year in order for your students to be used as guinea pigs for none other than the very hospitals owned and operated by President Greene. Hey, students who are above the age of 18 and who sign a waiver beforehand consenting to be a part of a medical donation for compensation. You forgot the part where they all end up in random corners of the country with their memories wiped. All part of the fine print, I suppose. That little formality was used to cover Crema's actions, but that's not what you're being blackmailed for, is it, Greene? No, from what I've seen, you've got a lot of underground operations, transmuting blood and selling it to the highest bidder. And you've done your best to take out anyone who would threaten your bottom line. Permanently.
I'm guessing you're trying to build up to a grand reveal?
Am I? What could I possibly reveal? Certainly not that Celine didn't drop her pipe when the power cut out, or that it was you who ripped it out of her hands.
And I cracked it over Canary's skull while Cerulean talked to empty air. And I'd do it again.
Why? I mean, I know she didn't have the best attitude, but...
I already knew who she was. Captain of the Caladan, which I contracted personally to ship over 10,000 gallons of transmuted blood from England to the Keys. But Canary took out a personal insurance claim, and then the Caladan had quote-unquote engine trouble. The ship went down along with its 36 crew members and millions of dollars worth of product. Then she showed up in California with a fat check and her nose up in the air.
So you decided to make things even tonight. Good on you for being so forthcoming now that you have no choice.
I'd hide it if I was ashamed. And at this point, what's the use in trying to cover it up?
So you're all in on some insane conspiracy-driven crime ring.
More or less.
Great. Yes, Miss Cerulean, and you're right in the middle of it all as well. With your top-of-the-line fashion, anyone would kill for one of your designs, especially when you hand-deliver them yourself, along with the occasional government secret sewn into the hems. How many waistcoats have carried precious stocks, or which politicians' wives have had photos of their affairs and embezzling tucked into the inner lining of a skirt to get out of a good prenup? Hey, I'm just a messenger. I don't even know what most of those documents even say. It's honest work. I mean, if it was honest, you wouldn't be here. Oh, yes, and then there's you, Dr. Violet. A prestigious degree earned from Crema's own university.
You don't gotta drag it out. Hell, I'm feeling kind of good about myself after hearing everyone else's issues.
By all means.
I was never registered as an NWL and forged a license to get a position at one of the Wielder universities. My partner left me because of that, and I sent them off to Crema's university so they'd get selected for the blood donation thing. I didn't know who was running it. I just heard it could happen sometimes. It was spur of the moment thing.
You feel good about that compared to everyone else?
I said kinda.
All right, so what was all this even for? All the dirty laundry is out, we all know each other's secrets, and now what? Is this when your weird-ass boss burst through the door?
Oh, Crema, my sweet summer child, I am so glad you asked that. I was almost worried you'd forgotten. The truth is
there never was another host, was there? You're the one that's been blackmailing us this whole time.
Ugh. Really? I spent the whole time building up to that.
Oh.
God damn it.
Not in the tits.
Now where was I? Not that it even matters anymore, since someone rudely stole my spotlight. You killed her. Aye, and your little friend next to you killed Canary. Any more statements? I don't understand. We were all paying you. Now you've lost 2 of your own revenue sources. When you get to be my age, you need to find ways to entertain yourself. 3 people are dead. Yes, and that is quite unfortunate. I really only meant to make you all panic for a few hours and leave it at that. I didn't expect you to jump to murder so quickly. You trapped us here! You gave us weapons. You faked your own death and then set us all loose. You suppressed our magic and locked us all inside. You believed all that? Huh? What? A ward that cuts off all magic? That was a red herring! There's no ward that could keep all your magic at bay, especially not all at once. I didn't even lock the door. Did none of you even check?
Well, forgive me for taking the word of the person who's been blackmailing me for a year.
You are, as a matter of fact, not forgiven. That is so embarrassing.
You 3 didn't even try your magic?
Oh, like you tried the door?
Oh, this is humiliating.
What? What do you mean, what? You called the Bureau. Except I didn't.
Are you serious?
Honestly, after everything I have lied about, you believed that one thing was true. Then who called them?
I did.
What the hell?
Oh, stay back.
You... Who else is fake dead? Are you joking? I shot you.
Yeah, you did, but this sweater vest isn't for nothing. Actually, it's a Taylor original. Shame you didn't recognize it. These are like standard at the office. The hidden pockets have been a lifesaver, no pun intended. You know, I never go to a capitalist secondary location without a bulletproof vest, 8 variants of anti-venom, and a handgun.
What kind of parties are you invited to?
You know.
Doesn't matter. You won't be walking out of this one.
shot me with the last bullet, Lydia. Looks like I'm the only one left with the gun here.
Where was she keeping that?
I don't want to know.
Who are you?
Detective Abigail Morrison. I've been tracking you all down for years, and this marks the final night of the longest undercover operation in over 20 years. So, thank you all, genuinely. I'll be sure to keep you all in my thoughts when I get that fancy little plaque on the wall. Hey, you. Yeah, you, with the headphones. I bet you didn't see that coming, huh? I mean, unless you've seen the movie, then you probably saw it coming.
Who is she talking to? There's no one there.
I don't know. Oh, sorry. It's the listener. You know, they didn't get their own self-insert for this special, so I didn't want them to feel left out. What?
Oh, God, so she's the crazy one.
Did the bullet cause, like, a hemorrhage?
No,
perfect timing.
Oh.
This is the Bureau of Magic. Hands where we can see them. And no sudden moves.
Oh, thank God.
Anything to get me out of this place. Look, I'll tell you everything you want to know.
Normally I would threaten each and every one of you with my lawyer, but a padded room sounds very nice after all of this. Oh, yeah, fuck that. I want my lawyer. I was just a messenger. Oh, don't touch me.
I regret nothing.
Detective, would you like to stay for questioning?
Nah, I think you've got this handled. Right now, I'm gonna go home, cuddle up with a book about Mothman, and kiss my partner. Both of them. Yeah, that's right. We're confirming that shit here in a non-canon audio.
Crazy. Confirming what? There is literally no one there.
Very well. Good night, Detective.
Good night. What? Good night. Oh, come on. Are you still here? Haven't you listened to enough? Come on, go get yourself some water and a snack. Click on a documentary next, some good music to zone out to, yeah? Screw it. Get yourself like a alpha werewolf girlfriend or something. Just, get out of here, you voyeur. Look at her. She's staring at nothing. Who is she even talking to?